Welcome to Seacoast Real Estate Academy. In today's video, we'll cover all key terms found in Unit 9. Addendum. A rider or add-on to the contract with additional terms or conditions. Amendment. A change to contractual terms or conditions. Assignment. The transfer to another party in writing of rights or interest in a bond, a mortgage, a lease, or another instrument. Auction. A form of selling property where oral bids are taken and the property is sold to the highest bidder. Bilateral contract. A contract in which all parties to the instrument are legally bound to act as prescribed. Breach of contract. The violation of any terms or conditions in a contract without legal excuse. For example, failure to make a payment when it is due. Compensatory damages. Money damages awarded to the injured party to compensate them for the breach of contract, but not to punish the breaching party. Consequential damages. Award of special damages if the breaching party entered the contract with plans to breach. Injured parties may sue for lost profits. Consideration. That received by the grantor in exchange for a deed. Something of value that induces a person to enter into a legally enforceable contract. Contract. A legally enforceable promise or set of promises between legally competent parties that must be performed for consideration. If a breach of the promise occurs, the law provides a remedy. A contract may be either unilateral or bilateral. Counteroffer. A new offer made in response to an offer received. It has the effect of rejecting the original offer. Earnest money. Money deposited by a buyer under the terms of a contract, to be forfeited if the buyer defaults but applied to the purchase price if the sale is closed. Executed contract. A contract in which all parties have fulfilled their promises in the contract. Executory contract. A contract under which something remains to be done by one or more of the parties. Express contract. An oral or written contract in which the parties state the contract's terms and express their intentions in words. Implied contract. A contract under which the agreement of the parties is demonstrated by their conduct. Legality of object. The purpose of a legally enforceable contract cannot be for illegal actions or acts against public policy. Legally competent parties. People who are recognized by law as being able to contract with others. Those of legal age and sound mind. A requirement of legally enforceable contract. Liquidated damages. An amount predetermined by the parties to a contract as compensation to an injured party if the other party breaches the contract. Meeting of the minds, or mutual assent. A deliberate agreement between parties, offer and acceptance. A requirement of a legally enforceable contract. Novation. substituting a new contract for an old one, or substituting new parties to an existing contract. Offer. The promise by one party to act or perform in a certain manner if the other party agrees to act or perform as requested. Shows an intention to enter a contract. Offeree. The person receiving the offer. Offeror. The person who makes the offer. Offer and acceptance. Two essential components of a valid contract. Parole evidence rule. A rule of evidence providing that a written agreement is the final expression of the agreement of the parties, not to be varied or contradicted by prior or contemporaneous oral or written negotiations. Reality of consent. If misrepresentation, fraud, mistake of fact, undue influence or duress are absent in contract formation, good contract is formed. Rescission. The legal remedy of canceling, terminating, or annulling a contract and restoring the parties to their original positions. Contracts may be rescinded due to mistake, fraud, or misrepresentation. There is no need to show any money damage. Specific performance. A legal action to compel a party to carry out the terms of a contract. Due to the uniqueness of real estate, a buyer may sue a seller to sell their home if they breach the contract. Statute of Frauds. A state law that requires that certain instruments that convey interest in real estate be in writing to be legally enforceable, such as a deed, real estate sales contracts, and certain leases. Statute of Limitations. That law pertaining to the period of time within which certain actions must be brought to court or be lost. Time is of the essence. A phrase in a contract that requires the performance of a certain act no later than the stated time or the non-compliant party is in breach, and the contract may be voidable by the opposite party. Unenforceable contract. A contract that has all the elements of a valid contract, yet neither party can sue the other to force performance of it. For example, a verbal contract is generally unenforceable. Unilateral contract. A one-sided contract wherein one party makes a promise to induce a second party to do something. The second party is not legally bound to perform. However, if the second party does comply, the first party is obligated to keep the promise. Valid contract. A contract that complies with all the essentials of a contract and is binding and enforceable on all parties to it. Voidable contract. A contract that seems to be valid on the surface but may be rejected or disaffirmed by one or both of the parties. Void contract. A contract that has no legal force or effect because it does not meet the essential elements of a contract. If you like this video, feel free to share it with a friend. For more real estate education content, please subscribe to the channel. From all of us at Seacoast Real Estate Academy, thank you for watching.